Hey, what's up guys? Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hey, trust you guys are doing well. Hey, we got another exciting video for you guys with Truck Talk Tuesday. If you guys are new to my channel, every Tuesday I'm trying to do truck videos for you guys. I just bought a new Lariat truck this last fall, so a lot of relevant examples and stuff on my mind. Right now I wanted to do just a follow-up video for you guys talking about my truck and if it was worth the dream truck, the dream purchase that I thought it was. And you know what, quite honestly, this has been a great upgrade. Let me give you guys a few thoughts that I had with wanting to buy this specific truck, if they were true now that we've had this truck 3 months later, and just give you guys some updates. Now this video isn't going to be excessively long, but I wanted to cover a couple thoughts, maybe a little bit more technical stuff for you guys that helped me make a decision with going with this truck. So as a lot of you guys know, I wanted a 2017 F250 Lariat gas, the 6.2, the 4 full doors, and the quad beam LED lights. That was a very specific truck that I was looking for. And to even get more specific, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have the cab lights installed because I wanted to go with some aftermarket recon lights. And same thing with the bed. I did not want the bed installed with any sprayed in bed liner or drop-in bed liner because I wanted to make sure we could do a Line X. So a lot of you guys have asked questions, why didn't I go with an F-150 versus an F-250? And you know what, that is a really good question, and I don't know if I've specifically answered it, but the number one main reason was just so I could have the bigger chassis so I could plow snow. It was really that simple. Quite honestly, I would have loved to get an F-150. Most of you guys who are stat people and maybe you've been in the market for any length of time, you know that these new F-150s, and again, I'm a big Ford guy, so you know, don't hold me to Ford, Chevy, GM, or any of that jazz. I'm just talking frankly about F-150s. Dude, those new F-150s are awesome. Some of them have, you know, the 3.5 liter V6, and it's running something like 385 horsepower or 375 horsepower. And I think the 5.0 is very, very negligible in terms of extra power to it with like 385. You can still pull like 12,000 pounds with a 3.5 Eco V6. And I hear the jazz about the turbos and the long-term maintenance and the upkeep. You know what, those trucks have only been out for 3 or 4 years at best, so nobody really has that kind of data to really like weigh in on, honestly. You know, everybody's got their opinions about it. That's cool, and I know there's been engine tests, but realistically you can put 150,000 miles on those engines before probably anything is really significantly going to go wrong with them. And all that being said, I would have went with an F-150, whether it was an XLT trim or a Lariat, same thing with my F-250. I would have went with an F-150, no brainer, hands down. You know, the price point difference from an F-250 from an F-150, depending on packages and trims and all that other jazz, is really only a couple $1,000s more. So if you're looking to get a beefier work truck, you might as well spring for a 250. And in fact, in a lot of cases, they're actually a lot cheaper than some of these F-150s. Some of these F-150s are going for $50,000 and $55,000 for the Lariat trim, and it gets pretty ridiculous, honestly, pretty quickly. Whatever happened to the good old days of buying a pickup truck for $35,000? And I'm not talking an XLT or an XL work truck, WT. It's just kind of crazy to me how expensive trucks are getting just in general, and that's across the board for almost any company out right now, Ford, Chevy, GM, it doesn't really matter. But all that being said, I absolutely would have went with an F-150, but the problem is that you can't plow snow, you can't plow commercial snow. I know a lot of you guys out there have Boss HTX half-ton plows, and a lot of you guys have these light commercial duty snow plows. Up here in Michigan, we don't get the craziest of winters. Realistically, a half-ton with plowing snow isn't going to keep up, so you got to go with that bigger truck, that 250, that 350, and have the beefier plows on there. And that was basically my deciding factor. Another topic a lot of people were asking about, do I regret not getting the diesel engine? To be totally honest with you guys, no way. So far so good. The 6.2 has been running great. I know a lot of people have made comments that the diesel is better with plowing snow. That's arguable. You know, I've never driven a diesel, so I'm not going to comment personally, but I've read a lot of comments, and pretty much everybody that I have heard that plows snow, I get the diesels have better power at lower RPMs, but it's not really something that is a necessity for plowing snow. Now, again, That's just my observation. I might be completely wrong in that, you know, opinion. Me personally, I've had no problems with the gas engine. It has been working like a monster plowing snow. And by the way, we've plowed 10-inch snowstorms, like, you know, 12 to 15-inch drifts. It's been literally, honestly, with that Boss 9.2 plow, it's been a monster, dude. Maybe old trucks in the past have had issues with plowing snow and all that jazz, and I'm not saying my truck's the best or anything like that. Like, I'm not that guy. I'm just saying, I've personally, with my Boss plow and my truck setup, I have went through 10-inch, 15-inch snow drifts, no problem, and that's like at an idle start, which obviously isn't the goal. You want to have some momentum going into those piles. You know, again, if I had about $10,000 extra laying around, would I spring for the diesel? That's a good chance, but based on my income level and everything that we're doing with our business, I just really didn't see that much of a need to go with that diesel engine. And looking back on it, I'm really glad that I didn't. I'm curious to know, if you guys pick up your future dream truck, if you will, are you guys gonna spring for that diesel option though? Whether it's a Dodge, whether it's a Chevy or a GM or even the Ford, are you guys more leaning towards a diesel or a gas? Man, it seems like it's gonna be the endless war forever, but I'm telling you, these new gas engines, they're legit and they can hold their own against those diesels. Unless you're hauling heavy and driving a crap ton of miles, I just don't personally find that you're ever gonna really justify that engine. Now, you know what, if you have $85,000 laying around and you want to go blow it on a 350 Dually Platinum, hey, rock and roll, that's more power to you. I hope to be able to do that in 5 or 10 years myself, right? A couple other quick things that a lot of people were asking, would I have still went with the quad beam LED headlights? Absolutely. That is a non-negotiable for me in my cars, man. I want bright lights. I like visibility. I like seeing where I'm going, all that kind of jazz. I think that the LED lights are awesome, and if you're gonna get a Lariat or above, you might as well just spring for it. It's $1,000. It's really not that big of a deal. Another thing that a lot of you guys were asking me about is, looking back on it, do I feel like I got a good deal and a good price? And honestly, absolutely. Like I said from my other videos, we got like $2,750 in rebates and incentives. I did get a Ford plan. We had a lot of things going for us. I did that Ford technology tour, so we got another $500 credit. And again, I had this truck brought in from Iowa, so we got a very, very good deal. I don't know if I ever told you guys this as well, but they gave me $4 grand for Old Red, as I like to call it. So I was only expecting a clean trade-in for in the 3s, and they gave me 4, which I'll take all day long, because what I was gonna do a private party sell and just sell it outright, probably have both trucks for a month or two, which we all know how much of a fiasco that is, trying to sell vehicles sometimes. The most I was gonna ask for it was like $4,500. There was a couple things wrong with it, a couple things that had been replaced that were pretty major. The truck was starting to show its age on the engine. On the body, it was pretty immaculate, but when they offered me $4,000, part of that whole deal, and all I had to do was set the keys on the table. Guys, let's be real. I mean, this was last fall. I did not have the time to be messing around trying to sell trucks off of Craigslist for, you know, 6 weeks when I could just roll that $4 grand into the down payment. Another thing a lot of you guys are asking me is, do I regret going with a Ford F250 versus a Chevy 2500 or a Dodge Ram? To be honest with you guys, not at all. I'm a huge Ford guy. They just make the best looking truck out right now. I know that's arguable, but that's my opinion, and you know what, that's just, it is what it is. Dude, the way they redesigned it, it's, in my opinion, probably the most masculine looking truck out of trucks. This is just my opinion, and I'm just gonna lay it out there. I don't really care, but the Dodge Rams, man, they just look more rounded, and it's not what the old Dodge Rams used to look like. I like my square body trucks. I like trucks that have more aggressive stance. And the way they redid the F250 with the very flat front end, it's very wide, it's very big, it's very in your face. I like that a lot, and it just has a really, really good stance. Now, again, I'm not opposed to the Chevys and the Dodges. I've never like smashed them or bashed them. They're great trucks. I just like the way the new 2017 Superduties look. In my opinion, right now, they're the best looking truck that's out there on the market. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. All things being said, I really do enjoy the truck. It's definitely an upgrade. I'm super thankful, very blessed, very happy, and very humble at the same time. So Thanks so much for watching this video. If you guys are new, like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're always doing videos and mindset about the truck and just the lawn and landscaping industry in general, and tons of fun videos. If you guys are new, definitely smash that subscribe button. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to like this video if you guys enjoyed it, and guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.